Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining us today for this special webinar all about your School of Study and in particular the engineering programmes within the School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science. Now, there is a lot of information we're going to take you through today, so the session is recorded. If your internet drops out or you want to watch any parts back, we will be able to share a copy of the recording in the next few weeks as well. Now, you'll see a few buttons on screen that are available to you. So you've got the chat, which you can use to chat to other offer holders in the audience, and you've also got the Q&A button as well. Now, if you do have any questions for the panel, please use the Q&A button, just because the chat tends to move quite quickly, and we want to try and avoid missing your question in there as well. Now, just going to introduce you to who we've got in the room today. So my name's Kat. I work in the international office. I'll be able to help with questions around your application or pre-arrival.
Hi everybody, my name's Jess and I work with Kat in the international office, and I'll be leading the Q&A later on.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mose Bevilacqua. I work as a senior lecturer in mechanical engineering, and I'm also international undergraduate admission tutor. Looking forward to talking to you.
Hi everybody, I am Dr. MD Salim Mia. I'm working as an admission tutor and a lecturer in aerospace engineering department.
Hi everybody, my name's Ellen. I work with Kat and Jess in the international office, and I'll be helping to type some of your answers throughout the presentation.
Excellent, thank you. So you're in really good hands today. Please use this opportunity to ask questions to the panel. Anything that you're not sure about or any of the information that we go through in the slides, please do put your questions there and we'll be going to them at the end. So just to give you an idea of the content we're going to cover today, first we're going to go to some of the colleagues from the school and just give you a bit of an introduction to your School of Study, the facilities that are there, the opportunities as well. After that, we're going to give you an update on start of term preparation. So some things that you can do now to help you out and help you progress with your application. And after that, that's when we're going to go to Q&A. So do put your questions in as we go. As Ellen said, colleagues will be typing answers as we go as well. So do ask away as the presentation is going. Now, just before we do go to the information, we're just going to see who we've got in the room with us. So you might have some future classmates in here with you. And we're just going to see which subject will you be studying. So it's a poll that will pop up on your screen. So you should be able to see that. Now, there's lots of different options in there, so you can scroll through, find your subject that you'll be doing, and just input your answer. So you can see if you've got anybody who'll be studying with you. Now, I'll just leave that open for a few more moments, and then we'll have look at the results together. But there's all the different engineering subjects on here. So that's great. I can see lots of you are taking part as well. So I'll just leave that open for another moment. Brilliant. So I'm going to close the poll now. So if you are still waiting to submit your answer, please do so, and then we'll check out these results together. Excellent. So we can see those answers on screen. Really good mix of subjects here. I think we've got somebody from all the areas of engineering, lots of people from aerospace engineering and automotive, electronics, power electronics or control, motorsport studies or mechanical engineering as well. Even a few for civil engineering, communication information engineering, robotics and artificial intelligence, and supply chain and logistics management. So really good mix of applicants across all boards there. So now that we've had a look and seen who's in the room, we're going to move on to the presentation slide. So I'll pass to colleagues who'll tell you a bit more about what's waiting for you for your School of Study.
Hello everyone, it's really nice to talking to you today. I'm Dr. Mose Bevilacqua. As said before, I'm the admission tutor specializing in international applicants. So I would like to introduce you to a little bit of the facilities and the laboratories and talking about in general the structure of the programs that we offer. And should you have any further question, you are very welcome to then address it in the chat room. Yeah, we can move to the next slide. So we are proud to actually show you these brand new facilities that is not yet open, but is expected to be functional in September 2024. This is the new engineering building. You might have already heard talking about with some colleagues of yours that are already studying at the University of Hertfordshire. So all engineering laboratories and teaching staff will be moving to this engineering marvel, which we are looking forward to move. So there will be state-of-the-art labs refurbished and ready to dedicate to research, and as well as to part of your laboratory experience in the modules that you will be studying as part of your degree program. So you probably know already that the University of Hertfordshire is one of the largest schools in engineering school in the United Kingdom, with over 50 years teaching experience. And we do have over 3,500 undergraduate and postgraduate students, and growing. There is also we have also a lot of history of liaising with industry, and we do work closely with several companies in the automotive and the aerospace sector. As a reminder, at the completion, if you're applying as an undergraduate student, at the end of your second year, you will have an option to actually do what we call a sandwich option in your degree, which entails working for 1 year paid work in one of the companies linked with the University of Hertfordshire. So essentially, if you choose this option, you will actually be a de facto employee, a real employee for 1 year. And usually when students come back to finish their degree in their final BEng year, and perhaps even beyond with the MEng program, which we will talk a little bit later, they are greatly enriched. So competitive, but well worth the effort of trying to find a place as a placement. But we will talk about that a little bit later. So all our facilities, which are in the course of being enhanced, are all industry standards. So meaning that your laboratories or your research project will be akin to work in a research facilities in industry. Can move to the next slide. So yes, now we will have a message from our Dean, Professor Daniel McCloskey, which will complement what we just talked about just now. So perhaps we can go.
Hello, I'm Daniel McCluskey, Dean of School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science. Thank you for applying to one of the courses in my school. You've made a great choice. Physics, mathematics, the many areas of engineering, robotics, computer science and information technology influence all aspects of our life and help to provide and maintain the modern high technology world we live in. I see the courses in my school as a force for good. They drive economic growth, shape our daily lives and transform communities. Our courses are designed to reflect the needs of industry, now and in the future. We focus on equipping you with theoretical concepts and practical skills to solve the challenges of our ever-evolving world. You will benefit from applying your learning to real-life projects and scenarios. We have a vibrant program of co-curricular activities. These present you with opportunity to develop valuable interpersonal, teamworking and employment skills, to apply your learning in real-life scenarios and in areas that you have an interest in. These opportunities are great fun and build identity and community across the school. You will learn from exceptional scientists, engineers, computer scientists and mathematicians at the forefront of their fields. You will benefit from some fabulous facilities. We have staff who want to share with you their many years' experience in industry so that you are ready to use this after graduation. And you'll also benefit from the strong links that we have with businesses such as Airbus, Apple, Aston Martin, Canon, Global Invacom, McLaren, Microsoft and Rolls-Royce amongst many others. Our alumni now work in companies large and small in the UK and around the world on many exciting projects that aim to make the world a better place for us all. I wish you every success in your studies and hope to welcome you into my school in the future. Good luck.
Yes, so a great message from our team. I just want to reiterate again that the time that you will spend at the university, it will be really unique time in which you will pursue your dreams and make them come true. So you will have a mix of theory-based teaching, which will hopefully and certainly help you building up the necessary knowledge to then find comfortable employment in industry. But you will also work very practically with different laboratory experiences parts of the modules of study of your degree program. So for example, if we take an aerospace or automotive BEng or MEng degree, which we're gonna discuss maybe now the difference. So let's say BEng, it's a 3-year course. If you choose the sandwich option, it will be 4, in which once again, at the end of the second year, you will have the opportunity to study, to work for 1 year in one of the company as a real employee. But in terms of what you're going to do, what you're expected to actually work on practically throughout your course, and this is also applicable to postgraduate, of course, is that there will always be a mixture of theory and practical work. So practical work, for example, in the first year of an BEng, included using facilities in our material laboratory, such as tensile tests or impact tests. And you will start to really have not just an experience in what it means to use an industrial standard laboratory procedure, but you will also learn the theory behind it to give you an overall, all-round 360-degree profile, which will empower you and make you confident to actually start working in industry as soon as you graduate. So in terms of being more specific to what you can expect when once you start your degree program, for example, in the BEng Honors Mechanical Engineering, you will have in the first year the IMechE Challenge, which is an extracurricular activity in which students apply and form a team that competes with other universities in a project that is led by the Institute of Mechanical Engineering in the UK, which some of you probably, not all of you, have already heard. In terms of if you apply for an aerospace program, for an automotive program, let's say, firstly, then at the end, near the end, in your final year, you will have the possibility to be part of the very famous Formula team, which I believe is entering its 23rd or 24th year. So a great deal of experience in which you will be actually be part of a racing Formula team, which will compete nationally and internationally with other universities. So you will have the car that will actually be in real competition with other cars from other universities, and we have a history to do quite well throughout the years. But it's not just about competition, it's also about the engineering side of it, in which you will help, as part of this team, improve the performance of the year in which you're going to be as part of your final year at the university, BEng. You will improve the model of this vehicle based on the experience of the past years. As an example, instead for aerospace programs, then there is UAV competitions in which you will be again part of a team to actually build working prototype that will be then entering some competition within national territory. But not just that, these are extracurricular activities, but as part of your degree, particularly in the first and second year, there are one module per semester, so 4 modules in total, one in semester A first year, one in semester B first year, one in semester B second year, and one in semester A also second year. So 4 modules which are called CDIO module: conceive, design, innovate, operate. You might have heard of that. If not, we will send you a link to that in the chat. And these modules are actually modules in which you will engage with a project, and you will build and test a real engineering prototype. So not just extracurricular activities, but there will actually be work that you will do as part of your actually study curriculum, in which you will have the possibilities of really starting to acquire all it is necessary for a competent engineer to find employment in any company in the UK and abroad. So here we have a summary of what I've just said, plus more. There is many other laboratory that you will have experience as part of your degree program, which includes thermodynamics, mechanical, civil, electrical. We have a wind tunnel as well for aerospace-oriented courses. So there will be plenty of practical activities that will all be part of your curriculum of study and beyond. I think that we can move to the next slide. Yes, sorry. Before moving on, I said that I wanted to discuss the difference between BEng and MEng. So first of all, BEng means Bachelor of Engineering, and MEng means Master of Engineering. Despite the word Master of Engineering, the MEng, not the MSc, the MEng program is still an undergraduate program. So it's a bit confusing, but it is considered an undergraduate program. So what is MEng? MEng is an optional year that comes after you have completed your BEng. So you have done your 3 years or 4 with a sandwich option if you have decided to do so. And you have a 4th or 5th year in which you will study further technical and also non-technical subjects, which will make your preparation as engineer even more all-rounded. So there is BEng and there is MEng, and they have different entry points. But if you enroll as a BEng student and you score an average of at least 60% in every year, then including the final one, BEng, then you will be eligible to continue for MEng. So perhaps we can take more questions about this should they arise later on. So I think that's it for me. We can move on.
Immerse yourself in aerospace engineering at one of the largest engineering departments in the UK. Here at Herts, you will learn the fundamental skills required to be a modern engineer, including the principles of flight and aircraft operations. Get hands-on experience, from designing and testing prototypes in our amazing facilities to learning how aircraft fly in our flight simulators, wind tunnels and controls testing suite. With our brand new School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science building opening in 2024, you'll also benefit from experiential learning zones and simulation labs to fuel your passion. In addition, you'll have the chance to undertake work experience and make connections with some of the most well-known industry names. Students have had placements at Airbus, Virgin Atlantic Engineering and BAE Systems. Launch your career in aerospace engineering at Herts.
I think my colleague Salim also will say a lot of interesting things. So it was very nice starting to introduce the facility. So I pass to my colleague and I look forward to attempting to answer your questions later.
Thank you, Mouse. Hi, everybody. I'll start by discussing about the opportunities that you can experience during your studies with us in University of Hertfordshire. So first of all, while you are studying any undergraduate or postgraduate engineering courses, besides the theoretical studies, you will be supported with the advanced lab facilities we have for your practical works or the projects. We have some special projects in various engineering departments. So for example, there is a possibility that you can be a part of the Formula student team. My colleague Mose has already discussed some of those in details. So you'll be happy to know that most of the UK-based Formula One team has graduates from our university. So you can also grab this exciting opportunity. If you're joining us to study one of our program, aerospace engineering with pilot studies, so you can have the opportunity to get a pilot license. So you can be involved in some incredible projects involving unnamed air vehicles, that is widely known as UAVs in aerospace industries. In terms of undergraduate or postgraduate research projects, our potential supervisors are very keen to supervise various industrial projects or any promising projects proposed by the students as well. So you can bring your own projects, and any supervisor is happy, then they can supervise you your project. We have a strong link with some renowned industries such as Airbus, Rolls-Royce, BMW, Apple and Microsoft, British Airways, etc. So you can start your career with these companies using our connections. Yeah. So we offer placements as part of undergraduate program. In the year 3 or final year of your undergraduate program, you will have a sandwich placement option. You can have 1 year fully paid job experience in one of our partner company that will count towards your portfolio of work experience for gaining in corporate engineer or chartered engineer status. So we always recommend all the undergraduate students to attempt to apply and obtain this kind of placement opportunity. We have also study abroad options. So you can study in the abroad, like the countries like USA, Canada, or Australia, or any other countries, so that you can have the opportunity to study in another culture, discipline, or even language. So you can contact your program leader for more details about this option. Next slide, please, Kat. Okay, so now I'll talk about the engagement and attendance. So you will get your course timetable on your study page in the Canvas site, so you can be ready to attend your classes on time. So we always emphasize on your engagement and attendance. In order to make the best of your learning experiences in the courses, you are encouraged to attend the lectures and be in touch with your tutor and the module leader to get necessary information regarding the module and the assessments in details. So when you attend the face-to-face sessions, you are required to swipe your ID card so that your attendance can be monitored. So always remember that your engagement in the sessions is monitored, and please be aware that if your engagement is below 80%, you may be withdrawn from the program. So as a tutor and module leader, I always suggest the students to maintain regular communication so that you can gain the best knowledge to become a skilled engineer. And we are happy to help you in all the way. So we recommend you to live as close to the campus as possible in order to ensure an easy commute of the campus so that you can be more engaged in all the sessions, and you can use all the resources and facilities we have. Next slide, please, Kat.
Study civil engineering at Herts and you'll join one of the largest engineering departments in the UK. The perfect place to build up your knowledge and skills. Learn how to contribute to the world's infrastructure. From the tallest buildings and most spectacular bridges to road and rail networks. Be inspired in first-class facilities. Our brand new School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science building opens in 2024, offering water engineering labs, state-of-the-art heavy structures testing facilities, and innovative construction materials research labs. You'll be supported and guided by industry mentors and have the chance to gain invaluable work placement experience. Our graduates have gone on to work at Jacobs, Arup, Volker Fitzpatrick, Balfour Beatty, and Skanska. Build your career in civil engineering at Herts.
Okay, so now I want to let you know that all of our degrees are accredited by various institutions. So for example, the aerospace engineering degree is accredited by Royal Aeronautical Society, and the mechanical is accredited by Institute of Mechanical Engineers, and the automotive is accredited by Institution of Engineers and Technology. These institutions periodically work with us to ensure that the courses you are studying are at the appropriate level to become a competitive engineer. So your work experience from the placement options may help you in the steps towards the chartered engineer status. If you want to know more about your particular course, please contact your program leader for the details. As our degrees are accredited, you can apply for a job not just in this country, but also in the abroad, all over the world, wherever you want. You can take the benefit from our careers and employment team to get the necessary supports in your job search. So we have also online global career resources and jobs platform for the international students. Next slide, please, Kat.
Automotive engineering at Herts prepares you for many of the exciting careers available to a chartered automotive engineer. Alongside having opportunity to design, build and compete with a Formula Student car, you'll learn all the essential aspects of vehicle design, such as performance, consumer demand and sustainability. You'll benefit from our automotive workshops, modelling, simulation and research labs, including our autonomous vehicles research lab, as well as have the chance to be taught in our new dedicated building for the School of Physics, Engineering and Computer Science, opening in 2024. There will also be the opportunity to boost your CV with a year in industry. Previous students have undertaken placements at companies including Bentley Motors, Rolls-Royce Motor Cars and Triumph Motorcycles. Kickstart your career in automotive engineering with Herts.
Thank you. So we can answer your more specific questions during the Q&A session. So I pass over to Kat now.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Salim and Mo. So yes, some really good questions have been coming through as you've both been presenting. Jess and Ellen have been answering a few of them, but we'll come back to Q&A after just a short look at preparing for start of term. So I'll just run through this now. A few things that you can do now, everybody, just to help you hit the ground running when you come to Herts. So I can see some of you have been asking in the chat as well about what comes next, what should you be doing now, which is excellent that you're keeping an eye on all your paperwork, you're organising yourself. So you'll see on the diagram on the right there's the various stages of your application journey. Most of you in the chat will be around the area where you're submitting your conditional documents, you might be waiting for sponsorship interview or your CAS. So once you've got your offer, you might have some conditions that you need to clear. Keep an eye on your most up-to-date offer email from the admissions team. That'll let you know what you need to submit. Get your documents in as soon as you can, just because then they can keep progressing you through these stages. If you've not already done so, now is also the perfect time to apply for your accommodation for the UK. Pay your deposit as well, because that's going to need time to clear. And then after that, you might get invited to complete a sponsorship interview or financial checks. If these are required, you'll get an email from admissions just confirming what you need to do. There'll be a bit of guidance as well, so you know what to expect from these, and also what documents are required for the financial checks too. Now, with the sponsorship interviews, because I can see we've had some questions in the chat about that. So you'll be invited to upload a declaration video. This is just yourself saying a few bits to the camera. And then once we've got that on file, we know you're ready for interview. And then our teams will contact you. It won't be a scheduled call, because we will give you a call just out of the blue and then just see how you do for your interview. So you'll be able to speak to the teams, but if we do call you at an inconvenient time, you can just let them know. They'll try you another time. Once you've completed those, that's when you're at CAS stage. So you'll be invited to complete your pre-CAS form, which just makes sure we've got all the right information for you. Make sure that you've not updated anything on your thing before you need your CAS. So we've got your most up-to-date passport. And then you'll go into the queue for the admissions team to create CAS for you. So we can issue CAS now for anybody who is at this stage. So it's a really good idea to get yourself as far through this process as possible, just so you can make a start on your visa application as well. Give yourself plenty of time. Once you've got your visa, you can book your flight to the UK and attend our enrolment and engagement week as well. Now, I'm going to run through a bit more information about orientation week, accommodation options as we go through these slides as well. Now, we're going to do another poll just to check what you've all been researching. So I know that Mos and Salim talked a lot about the academic side, the facilities that you're going to be able to use to help you on your course. But we'd also like to know what you've started researching regarding the fun and the social side of university life as well. So I'm just going to launch another poll, and this is going to be about what are you most looking forwards to outside of your academics. So Hearts has quite a lot to offer with regards to the social side as well. Now, this poll is multiple choice, so feel free to answer as many as you're looking forwards to. So it might be joining a society, exploring the local area like Hatfield or London, taking part in some Heart Squad sports, or an SU event at the forum. Now, some of these might be things that you'd not considered before, so this is a great chance to get this on your radar, and it might be some areas where you can make more friends at Hearts outside of your course that you're doing as well. So I'll just leave that open for a few more minutes. Answer as many as you want, it's multiple choice, and then we'll have a look at these results together as well. Excellent. So lots of people have joined in. I'm going to close the poll in just a moment, and then we'll have a look at these results together and carry on with the presentation. Excellent. So we can see lots of you looking forward to taking part in Heart Squad sports. So for anybody who's not come across that or doesn't know what that is, there is a department at the university called Heart Squad. They put on a lot of sporting events throughout the year. So there's something for everyone from beginner to expert. They also do a lot of free events where you can test out some sports that maybe you've not had a chance to before. For example, last year they did a learn to ride a bike session. So if you've not ridden a bike before, you can go and learn. They've also done things like roller skating around campus as well, lots of fun stuff. Joining a society, again, this is a great way to make friends and meet people who've got similar interests to you outside of the academics, and exploring Hatfield and the local area as well. So really good mix of things there, everybody. Now we'll carry on with the presentation, and I'll give you a bit more information about these things as well. So, preparing to travel to the UK, we know that there is a lot to think about. It might be your first time ever flying before as well, navigating the airport. So, what we'll do at the university is we'll be updating our pre-arrival guide. So, that's some pages on our website that gives you all the information that you'll need, like packing checklists, what documents you need to bring in your hand luggage, how to navigate the airport. Once you've arrived in the UK, how to get from the airport to the campus, where you pick up your BRP, how you register at the university. So everything is in there. Now that's going to be updated specifically for September 2024. And when that's ready, we'll send you an email out to let you know, and you can start reading through that as well. Now, to go alongside that, we also do pre-departure webinars. So the same format as this session, except it's all going to be focused around start of term and things that you need to do before you travel and to help you prepare and know what to expect. So again, we'll send you invites via email to join those, and they are worth joining. It'll just help you feel a bit more at ease if it's your first time traveling. We'll also do some different webinars as well, where you can meet various support teams at the university, just so you know a few friendly faces before you get here. And then once you do arrive, it's going to be orientation and freshers week. So orientation week, that usually starts 1 week before the main start of term. Now, the main start of term this year is Monday, the 23rd of September. So that orientation week is going to start on Monday, the 16th of September, and everybody is welcome to come and attend that. We do recommend it. It will help you settle into Hearts a bit better, give you that week before your studies start. Now, some of you might have courses that do have an earlier start date than the main start of term. You can check that on your offer letter. It'll also be stated on your CAS as well. You can arrive in the UK up to 30 days before your course starts as well, once you've got your visa approved, but make sure that you've got accommodation arranged for if you are coming a bit early to do any sightseeing and settle in. Now, the university does also host an events calendar. It might be a good idea to bookmark this on your device, because a lot of events will be added on the run up to start of term as well. They do include events throughout the year, so keep checking back on it during your time at Hearts. A lot of events are free, some of them offer free food as well. And again, it's a really good chance for you to get to know other people outside of your programme. We do recommend attend as many of these activities as you can, especially when you're new to the university, because it's just going to help you make those relationships and those friendships as well. And then join a club. I know some of you in the poll were talking about joining a society, which is great. So there are hundreds of societies and clubs. The SU organise these. If there is a particular interest that you've got and a club doesn't already exist, you'll be able to speak to your SU rep once you're enrolled at Hearts, and they can help you set up that club as well. And then there's the sports clubs that I mentioned. So there's something for all abilities. Just get involved, have a try out. You might find something that you really enjoy. And then there's also the chaplaincy and religious groups as well. So we have 2 multi-faith spaces, one on each campus, and the team there are there to help you with anything you need. And they also have space just to relax as well, and meet people. So a few things that you can do now to help you. So the university has created a free online workbook called Getting Ready to Study at Hearts. You can access that via the link. We'll have also emailed this around to you. Now, take your time working through this, because again, there's a lot of information in there, but there's things, tips for academic success, how to go about doing your researching or your referencing, a guide to those support teams and what the various teams can do for you once you're enrolled. And there's also some tips from existing international students, things they wish they'd known before they travelled to the UK. So do take your time to work through that. Also, booking your accommodation, as we mentioned, now is the perfect time to do that, because you need to make sure you've got accommodation arranged for when you travel to the UK. We do recommend live on campus if you can. It's just going to make it so much easier for you, because you've got that 24/7 support. So if you need anyone at any point during the day, there's always somebody there that can help you. If you accidentally lock yourself out of your room, you've got the people on campus. You also don't need a UK guarantor. All the utility bills, Wi-Fi and contents insurance are included as well in the price. So that really helps with your budgeting as well. So you're not going to get any surprise bills coming through. Now, if you do need to live off campus for any reason, please do live as close as you can to the university so that you've still got easy access to get to your lectures in the earlier morning, use the LRC facilities. So Hatfield ideally so you can walk to lectures, but there is a rule for all students. You need to live a maximum 2 hours or 30-mile radius from campus. Now, I do stress that is the maximum. I would suggest you're going to have a much better time as a student the closer you live to campus, because then you're not going to spend so much time and money commuting. Check the commute costs. So if you need to get the bus to campus, check Uno Bus. What's the route? How often does it come? How much is it going to cost you? Will you be able to get in for those early morning, later evening lectures? And use the National Rail website for train times as well. So you need to check the timetable. How much is that going to cost you? In the UK, they will have peak prices for any morning lectures that you're travelling in for, so take that into account as well, and really look at this when you're looking at your budget. And also clearing any outstanding conditions, as we mentioned, sending your outstanding documents so admissions can keep approving you through the stages, and get your deposit paid. Now is the time to secure your place on the course. So get those funds coming through just so that then you can be progressed to that CAS stage as well. Now we're just going to watch another short video just to give you a bit of a tour around some of the accommodation options on both DHAV and College Lane so that you know what choice will be right for you.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and today I'm going to show you all of the amazing things of why did I choose to live on College Lane campus. First, let's start with my bedroom. It's so close to classes and contains everything that you need. And here's my kitchen, where I get to meet all of my flatmates. However, for larger gatherings, we have got common rooms, perfect for everything from group yoga to movie nights. And not to forget the oval. It's great to have a team of support staff to help with just about everything. And a gym for those post-lecture workouts. There really is everything you need on campus. Whether you like to go for a walk outdoors, or if you like to get your focus to the max in the LRC. Looking for a quiet space to pray, meditate or reflect? Well, the key is the place to visit. Whatever faith you have or even you have none. Here in the Hutton Hub, you can access to all kinds of information with our Ask Hearts Hub. For the best night out, I definitely visit 77 here at the Forum. Over to you, Judith.
Hi everyone, welcome to Haviland. I'm Judith and I'll be showing you why living here is amazing. The bedrooms are particularly great. You have absolutely everything you need in here. Say hello to the kitchen, where all the cooking and catching up with flatmates happens. In need of support? There's a whole team of staff ready to help here in the accommodation office. And just next door is the common room. Many a games night have been hosted in here. But when you're feeling extra energetic, you can head over to the sports village. It's great to come over after classes too, get a workout in at the gym, or take a dive in the huge pool. Just like College Lane, this campus has its very own LRC. And also, the beautiful Cafe Ambition, with its great music and even better coffee. So that's a wrap. Thanks for coming along with us. Hope to see you on campus soon.
Okay, so we hope that's given you a better idea of what the rooms look like on campus. Do check out the university's YouTube, though. Some other students have given tours of their rooms, so you can see the specific types if you want to. And also on the website, there's lots of pictures as well, and it does list what you get in each room. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We know that was a lot of information, but now we're going to start answering some of your questions.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kat. And great session. I've learned lots. Mose, I've got a question for you. So a student has said it stated that the Spectra building would be opening in September. Does that mean the building and the facilities will be ready for students starting in September? Or is it kind of September onwards that they'd be able to use the facilities in the Spectra building?
Yes, so based on what we have been latest briefed, is that it should be operational in 2024, but as we know, delay may happen, but there is nothing at the moment that makes us think that the building would not be ready for 2024, for September 2024. So most probably, I would say.
That's brilliant news. I'm really excited to see the building and see all of the facilities. It looks incredible. So it's very exciting for our new students. Thank you, Mose. Salim, we have a few students ask what the timetables will be looking like and when students would receive the timetables. And can you give students an idea about how many classes they might have each week? I know this will vary depending on what module they're studying, if they're an undergraduate or postgraduate student as well. But I don't know if you could give us an overview of that.
Okay, yeah, thank you. It's a very important question about the timetable, yeah. So before start of the program, the student will have access to our online site we call Canvas, and the students will have their own study page. So they will get their timetable published in their own study page, so for all the courses. So now about the timing, so our university time is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So but for the all days in a week, so there is a 5 days in a week, so all days they will not have classes. And also in any particular day, they will not have classes from 8 to 5 all the times. They will have the gaps in between. So, but say for example, based on how many modules you are taking. So mostly we are taking 3 or 4 modules per semester. Okay, so you can accept every day. Maybe you can have some lectures of 3 to 4 hours, and then maybe you can have some practical or lab sessions you'll have. So, but for more specific, you can look at your timetable. It will be well published well before for starting your the courses and programs. Yeah. So
Just, I think I would like to ask. I would like to add, Salim, that
yeah.
This is a when you apply for a full-time study program, then you are expected to dedicate all of your time, or entirely, or almost entirely your time to your studies. So based on experience, there won't be much time left to do anything. I'm not saying that there won't be time for enjoying your life, that's for sure. But the study should be your main focus. That's what I want to say. So in terms of expected hours, I would say that it's not that you will have every hour a lecture or a laboratory, but from, as Salim said, from let's say 8 or 9 until 5, or sometimes a little bit later, there can be different classes spread on this time. So please think that every day of the week should be dedicated mainly to your studies as your first focus. That's all.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, both of you. Great advice, and absolutely crucial for our students to either live on campus or as close as possible to campus, so you can attend all of your lectures and all of your lab sessions as well. Thank you. Rose, I've got a question for you. Students asked, can we participate in the Formula One project as a student of mechanical engineering?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, it's possible. And you just need to approach Dr. Howard Hush, which is the third academic that has been historically in charge of Formula One, and let him know perhaps by the conclusion of your second year, or even during your second year of study, that you have an interest of joining Formula team later on, because many students would like to do that, and it's not possible for all of them to join. Obviously, there is just a limited number of places, but that's why the earliest the better, I would say, within the second year. And if you want to know more information about this, please speak to your program leader for mechanical engineering. Is Mr. Emilio Mistretta, which we will give detail later on.
Fantastic, thank you, Mose. Salim, a student's asked, for aerospace engineering, what are the basic coding that a student should know? Would you recommend that they do any pre-learning before they join the course?
We accept the student should be good at basically mathematics. Okay, so you should do very good in mathematics if you want to study the aerospace and the engineering, and also you should have some background of the fluid mechanics and thermodynamics. So maybe basically you can concentrate on the science and physics and the courses. Yeah.
That's brilliant advice. Thank you so much. Mose, is there any kind of particular software that's mainly used within the mechanical engineering courses?
I mean, certainly there will be an introduction to CAD software fairly soon. So any experience with any CAD software, such as CATIA, for example, if you have, would be an advantage. But do not worry, because all the learning that will be necessary in order to acquire skill with software will be is included in the program. So I wouldn't sort of worry too much about it. But if you would like to know a little bit more about this, I would suggest to start to play a little bit in your free time with any CAD software that it would be your favorite, because even if it is not the same one that will be used in due course, it's still a great skill to acquire, because more or less they are similar in terms of how they're used. They are different, but they're also very similar. So any experience with any CAD software would be a little more advantageous. But once again, everything that is required for progressing successfully in your study program will be taught as part of it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mose. And Kat, I've got a student here, very exciting. They've been awarded the Student Success Scholarship, and they're wondering how they claim this. And if you could tell us a little bit more information about any current scholarships as well, because I know that one's passed now.
Yeah, absolutely. First, congratulations. Well done on achieving that. I know that it really helps out with financials if you can get any funds off tuition fees. So, with regards to the Student Success Scholarship, you'll have had your award email. It'll usually let you know you need to clear any outstanding conditions. So, you've likely already paid your deposit at this stage. If you haven't, or if you do need to top up that, do send that payment through as soon as you can. Also, check your most recent offer letter. Make sure that you've cleared any outstanding conditions, like sending in your most up-to-date documents if you haven't already. And then that scholarship's yours. So as long as you're then joining us for this September intake, that funds that you've been awarded will just come off your tuition fee. So it's just less that you need to pay. And you can put that towards other things. We do have a few other scholarships available as well. Check those out on the University of Hertfordshire's website. So the international section, scholarships and fees. There's quite a few available for this intake. There might be some that you're eligible for, so check through those, the terms and conditions. At the minute, we've got one called the King's Award, which is giving £2,000 off tuition fees, and there's also a undergraduate triannual scholarship as well for anyone who's on undergrad, which will actually give you funds off for a few years running. So really worth taking advantage of those.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kat. And yes, lots of exciting scholarships that you can all check out and hopefully get as well. Salim, I've got a question for you. So a student's asked if they could have a bit of information about the aerospace teaching team and some of their achievements and maybe some of the research papers that they've been involved in as well. So I don't know if you're happy to give us a quick overview of that. Oh, I'm so sorry, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So, okay, yeah, we have a great teaching team in aerospace the industry. So all the teachers are very expert and well experienced. So if a student come to aerospace engineering, I hope they will enjoy. And also, yes, so if you are doing a master's degree here, then you can work in some research works that can be publishable. And because most of our teachers here in aerospace engineering, we are active researchers, so we are involved in various research projects. So the students can be involved in, can be a part of this kind of research projects as well. So anyway, if you are studying the undergraduate in your final year, you had to take one individual research project. And also when you do the master's degree, MSc or MN, also you need to take one individual the research project. So you can closely work with your supervisor, and you can be the part of any publication process as well. So if your work is good enough, then you can think to publishing your work as well. Yeah, thank you.
That's really exciting news and a really exciting opportunity for our students as well to be involved in research. So fantastic. Thank you so much for that. I've got a question for you. I know that earlier you spoke about clubs and societies that our students can get involved in once they arrive. Do you know if there are any fees kind of required for joining most of the clubs or societies?
Yeah, it depends which one you're going for. So some of the clubs will charge a fee. So that's usually if they're putting on a lot of events or a lot of activities or maybe food events as well. When you are looking to join clubs, usually if you go onto the Hearts SU website, it'll let you know if there's fees involved. Some of the clubs are completely free, and like the Heart Squad that we mentioned, a lot of their activities are free as well. So it will all be quite upfront for you, and anything that you don't want to get involved in, you don't have to. You can just go to the free events that the Dean of Students and the SU are hosting throughout the year.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kat. Mose and Salim, I'm going to ask you the same question. So we've got lots of different students asking quite course-specific questions, asking, you know, what should they do to prepare for their studies to really help them? What would be your top tips for our new students joining us this September? So Mose, I'll come to you first.
Yes. Once again, brush off of some CAD software, any software that you already may have already come across would be great. Otherwise, then the best way, it might sound a little bit old-fashioned, but the best way to prepare is to review your maths and the physics skills. If you've done a level, if you've done a college, or if you've done any equivalent of that in your country, then it would be good to review all of that. That would be really helpful, because in your first year, there will be a transition between your previous schools or college and the university. So it will be a opportunity to take what you have learned already to another level. So whatever you have already passed in your courses, in terms of maths and physics, that would be great, together with any software if you have done. If you have not have any experience with software, don't worry, but please do review the content of your maths and physics, and that will really set you for a very good start. That would be my recommendation.
Fantastic, thank you. And Salim, what's your advice for our new students joining us?
Yes, yeah. So thank you, Mos, for indicating about the softwares. So the same as here in aerospace engineering, if you come to join us, then you'll also have to work in some kind of software. So in aerospace engineering, we use mostly two types of softwares. One is the designing software, so you can use the CATIA or SolidWorks or AutoCAD for the designing sections. And we do use some kind of softwares for simulation purposes. So we use mostly ANSYS, so you can use ANSYS Fluent or StarCCM Plus. So if you are joining aerospace engineering, maybe you can have a pre-idea about this kind of software, so it will be beneficial. And if you're joining level 4, the first year, then obviously, yeah, you just concentrate on your maths revising and also the science and physics revising. But if you're joining level 5, that means year 2, then you can look at the modules like basic aerodynamics and the fluid dynamics and thermodynamics. So you can see our the course list or module list is online. If you go to the aerospace engineering, and then you can see the modules for year 1 and then the year 2 and year 3. So you can take some little bit pre-preparation before you're joining us. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Salim. Thank you. We've had so many questions. I know that we haven't been able to answer all of them. Kat, I'm going to ask you this final question, if that's okay, because a couple of people have asked it. What's the earliest that someone can arrive in the UK before the start of their course?
Yeah, really good question. So you can arrive in the UK up to 30 days before your course start date. So as long as you've got your visa, you've got accommodation arranged for that time in the UK, you're more than welcome to come, settle in, maybe do some sightseeing before your academics start. So yeah, 30 days before your course start date, but please do make sure you've got somewhere to stay when you get here. I think we've come to the end of the session now. So thank you so much to our panelists as well. Thank you for joining us. All your questions that have come through, I can tell that everybody's getting very organised, thinking about things, which is wonderful to see. Now, if we weren't able to answer your question live, I'm so sorry, but if you do still need support, we do have some resources that I'm just going to quickly go through with you now. Colleagues, if you do have other sessions that you need to go to, please feel free to drop out of this one, but thank you for your time today as well. If you do want to hear from any of our other international students about their time at Herts, these are available on our international YouTube page, but also on our Instagram reels as well, so you can go check those out, and they give a few tips about things that they wish they would have known. And then you can contact our international office as well. So we do have a lot of guidance on the website. Check that out first. You might find that you can find the answer to your question. But you can also contact the team at international@herts.ac.uk. Remember to put your ID on any emails we send, and the teams will get back to you as soon as they can. For any urgent queries, give us a call, and the team will be able to help you as much as they can as well. And keep an eye on our social accounts. So on the run up to start of term, we do start pushing out reminders, recordings of sessions like this as well, so that might help you too. But I'm just going to play one last video of the new Spectra building that's coming out, and I'll answer as many typed questions as I can, but this is the end of the session now. So thank you so much, everybody, and we can't wait to welcome you to Herts in September. Thank you.
The University of Hertfordshire is responding directly to the UK skills gap, investing and inspiring a new generation of computer scientists, mathematicians, engineers and physicists. Central to this response is the construction of a new multi-million-pound state-of-the-art 5-storey facility to serve the next generation.
This facility, which we are creating for the School of Physics, Engineering and Computing Science. This will build on the heritage of the institution in engineering, particularly aeronautical engineering, but more recently automotive engineering, and of course our marvellous research in physics and mathematics. It will also contribute to the overall strategy of the university, enhancing the opportunities that we give undergraduates and research workers, creating a flexible learning environment, and of course underpinning the community in terms of the economy, in terms of prosperity.
Set to open in 2024, the new building will house modelling, simulation and research labs, a robotics lab, advanced cybersecurity facilities, an automotive lab complete with an electric vehicle centre, a wind tunnel and flight simulator. Students will have access to the state-of-the-art cybersecurity facilities, while the upper floors will provide space for workshops, research and computer science, as well as social and meeting spaces.
The new building will allow us to extend our world-leading research and to invest in future technology areas. Importantly, we will be able to create an environment where our students can immerse themselves in the fundamental underpinning knowledge they need and be able to tackle real projects and real problems.
This building will be open to businesses across the region and beyond as part of our commitment to nurture companies to get started or grow. As one of only 20 recognised university enterprise zones in the UK, we provide access to world-class academic expertise and specialist facilities to help small and medium-sized companies to turn their ideas into commercial realities.
The University of Hertfordshire is committed to being at the very heart of economic development through our cutting-edge research, ability to innovate, and through the education we deliver that provides a skilled and enterprising workforce.
So get ready to be inspired as we bring our vision to life, transforming the way we educate our students and engage with businesses across the region.